What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Charles 405 coming at you. It's on the Warpath. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell so you get notifications anytime there's new content posted on the channel. And for everybody else coming back, you know how we do here, family. Make sure you like this video, comment, and share out if you can. And y'all, it is the day of reckoning. It is Ragnarok. It is the end all be all, the series finale, whatever you want to call it. But this name right here will not be the team. Will not be the team name. According to Charles Robinson in 24 to 48 hours, Charles Robinson, senior writer for the NFL at Yahoo Sports, came on to Dallas Sports Radio and said that there has been a memo sent out to the NFL teams that if you have the Redskins moniker, that you need to get rid of it because there is impending changes. Now, what do I think? Wow, you know, we knew this was coming. I know there were a lot of people in denial about, well, Dan Snyder might not change the name. That's a whole nother story, and I'll get to that in a minute about Dan Snyder. But I knew this team was taking it seriously on July 4th. That they were putting all hands on deck to get this name changed. Why? They didn't put a post up for Independence Day. And then what even more confirmed my suspicions that they were taking this serious, on July 9th, they did not post anything for the 88th anniversary for the Burgundy and Gold. So, that right there was a huge Burgundy and Gold flag to me that they are hard at work of changing this name and, dealing with some internal strife. That's another thing. The DC media, the national media. When you have an owner, and y'all know I don't like to say this, but when you have an owner that is a jackass, that is an asshole, you get picked on a lot. Whether you have a name that is offensive or not, you're going to get paid. And when your team is not successful, and when you do shady stuff to people that have helped your team make some nominal success, I don't know, Scott McLuhan, Marty Schottenheimer, I can't think of anything, but that's what you get. That is exactly what you get. People don't like you. They will make you look like a fool. So Fred Smith, CEO of FedEx, minority owner of the Redskins, report came out that he and the other three guys were looking to force Dan Snyder out to sell, and you know how that went? Didn't go too well, according to the reports. We know that FedEx had sent a letter to the Redskins to change the name, and apparently Fred Smith was on board of changing the name years ago. Don't know what he was doing, but anyway, so, Dan Snyder has had some pressure on him, and he loves to let the media control the narrative. We know he's awkward. We know that Mr. Happy Thanksgiving. I should have wore that shirt. But people are like, well, why the Redskins? Why are we getting picked on? That's why. The Redskins have fumbled and bumbled through things. You think about Kirk Cousins and how they handled the Alex Smith trade. Bruce Allen. Do I need to name anything else? Like I said, Marty Schottenheimer firing Norv Turner with 3 games to go in the season when they still probably had an opportunity to make the playoffs. Playoffs? What? Yeah. So, he's done an amalgam, spending a whole crap ton of money on the 2000 Redskins, which didn't amount to anything. Had a decent, serviceable quarterback, Jeff George, and Brad Johnson had a replacement with Jeff George. Jeff George didn't win crap. He did beat the Rams that time in St. Louis on a Monday night. But anyway, empowering players who really should not have been empowered. That he has given them, like your RG3s, your Clinton Portis, great players for the Redskins, but made them more important than their coach. Didn't understand the chain of command there. Hiring Jim Zorn to be the head coach, having coordinators in position and then backing out of hiring Jim Fossil, which probably wasn't a bad idea. But anyway, you see where I'm getting at. It's a lot of things that the Redskins can be mocked for because of Dan Snyder and his decision making. And then the NFL doesn't like him to begin with. They say that the Redskins are so arrogant. Like Dan Snyder has made us, he's got the arrogance of a Jerry Jones, but the results of a dinner date at McDonald's. At least Jerry's got 3 Super Bowls. So that's one of my big things right there with Dan Snyder. He's allowed them to control the narrative, and made him look like a fool. And has made this organization look like a fool for the last 20 years. So it brings up another point. A lot of people are like, hold strong, Dan. Dan Snyder holds strong. Dan Snyder's the reason why we're in the mess that this team is in now. And you trust him to hold strong? Come on now. Be honest with your boy Sanchez. You really trust Dan Snyder to make the right decision? I hold my breath on here hoping he makes the right decision. But that's me. That's just me. That's how I see it, y'all. I don't think that you can... It's like dealing with a family member that's a crackhead. You can always be like, you know what? I think they're going to change. You know, I think they're going to change. I really do think they're going to change. This time, you know what? I gave them $100. I think they're going to change. And you know what? What are they doing? What are they doing? They're in the corner. Getting high again. That's Dan Snyder, y'all. That is Dan Snyder to a T. And it hurts because you love this team. I love this team. I love my crackhead cousin. But he's never going to change. He might eventually, if he gets torn on the right path. Maybe Ron Rivera is the rehab that Dan Snyder needs. Don't know. You know, and I've seen a lot of these teammates. I am glad of one thing. That burgundy and gold is staying. Like I told you before, I look good in burgundy and gold. It's a unique color scheme. Keep it. These team names. I know, I told you, I really don't have a horse in the race. But if I had to pick one, it's catching steam. It's the popular one right now. It's the Red Wolves. I love it. I like that name because just the fact that we can get out there on a 3rd down, 4th down for the opponent. You think of Dallas or Philadelphia or the Giants coming there on a big game. 3rd down and like 5 to go. Game on the line. I know that might sound a little bit like the Cookie Crisp, but I like the Red Wolves. Or even the Wolves, the Washington Wolves. I can deal with that one too. But you know, it keeps the HTTR if you say the Red Wolves, but the Wolves would work for me too. I don't have any hate for the Warriors. I mean, if they named the Warriors, I like that one, but I think it would have been enhanced with if they had stay to the Native American imagery, but they said that was a no-go, so I don't think Warriors in there. I just don't want something awful like the soldiers or the you know, not saying that's awful, but like just something that's bland. The Americans and the Senators, like something that's been overused. Although the Americans hasn't been a sport team name, but I just think you have the Nationals and the National League, so why would you want to have the Americans in the National Football Conference and then you have the American Football Conference? But that's just me. That's how I'm thinking on those lines. Whatever the team name is, I hope I can keep the channel. All joking aside, I hope I can keep the name on the Warpath. Probably still will. But, you know, it's a surreal time. I think about, you know, taking in those moments at the last game of 2019, which is probably going to be the last home game this team was named as Redskins, and taking it all in with my fiance and my cousin. Got a picture with Cody Sensabaugh, who's from a area close to me down here, and being on the post-game show with NBC Sports Washington, meeting Santana Moss, Brian Mitchell, Trevor Maddich, and Julie Donaldson down there, and being close enough to rub the genie head that is Adrian Peterson. I mean, it was fun being able to almost thumb down. I didn't flip him off. Saquon Barkley. That was fun, and he saw you do it. So there are a lot of things about this situation, but y'all tell me what you think. I love this team, whatever the team name's going to be, and let me know what you're thinking and how what's your favorite team? What's your favorite team name? What's your clubhouse leader there? But in 24 to 48 hours, I won't make another video probably with the team name if Charles Robinson is correct. I think it was Charles Robinson. Yeah, the guy from Yahoo. If he's right. But y'all let me know. I love you guys. I appreciate everything you're doing to support the channel. We're 10 away from 800 here. So I didn't think this was possible like 3-4 months ago when I was like at 300, maybe 400 folks. But y'all have come in and y'all have given a lot of support. And I love you guys for that. And hopefully we'll get Amir back on here pretty soon and get his thoughts and where he's thinking as well. If you haven't, a shout out to Redskins Rant and JD. He has had some strong videos about the name change and everything. Go ahead and check him out and subscribe to him as well. I love you guys. I appreciate it. I'll say it again. Love, peace, and hell. I'm Sanchez 405, and I'm out.